We must deal with our past in order to have a better future. What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Lawrence Report. Tonight's broadcast discussing episode 12 of NBC Found, Missing Wild Centric. Now, I gotta ask y'all this question right off the top. Is this right here Margaret, son? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I don't think so, but y'all let me know. Please comment below. I had my suspicions on the last episode. I had my suspicions in my last video, and y'all, I believe that this right here is an absolutely an imposter. Let's get into NBC Found. So, like I said, this right here, this scenario from last night, it basically dealt with two cases. I'm talking about Margaret and Gabi's situation, right? We know Margaret, Jamie has appeared out of nowhere, right? From the previous episode, and the team is kind of curious. They're trying to backtrack everything to make sure that it's exactly him. We'll start with Margaret, then we get to Gabby. And, I was kind of suspicious as well because the way he never truly hugged his mom the way he's supposed to. I believe that this version of Jamie was sent by Sir. I don't believe it's him, y'all. I'm sorry. I do not believe it was him. Now, this is going to be very heartbreaking for Margaret if this is not Jamie. Absolutely hate this for her. She's going to burst into a bunch of tears. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad if this is truly not Jamie, because we saw last night, they end up backtracking. Zeke was using his tech to backtrack and see his steps about where Jamie have been, right? And it only turns out that he's been at his bus station a couple of times. And it's revealed that, as they're backtracking him, Don ends up getting some samples from him. And Jamie's up there fake sleeping, right? I was like, oh my God. See, that lets me know right there that there ain't no way that's really him. Of course, him and Don share a little story about how Don was captured, stuff like that. But for Margaret is like, yo, guys, please let me get to know him. Let me spend some time with him. I'm like, Margaret, my dear, that ain't Jamie. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but that is not Jamie, y'all. Because we even saw the way he was looking at Gabby. He was asking all these weird questions about Gabby Mosley. So yeah, and then on top of that, Margaret ended up putting his picture on that wall, the wall whenever they're found and whatever. I'm like, oh my God, Margaret, you jump into conclusions. And I feel like everybody around, like everybody that's on the team, they all kind of wonder, they all kind of know that that's probably not Jamie, but they can't break it to Margaret because Margaret is about to be crushed, and she just wants to be with this kid because she believes that this kid is her son. I understand Margaret's pain, but Margaret, you got to do the DNA. You got to do some testing. You got to ask him some questions. It just seemed very weird to me about that whole ordeal. So I don't believe that is Jamie, but time will tell. I guess we'll find out for the next episode or two. Switching gears to the one only Gabi and Sir. Now, on this episode here, we saw the origins of Gabi and Sir, how they all came together, right? And how basically Sir, a lot of pain was inflicted to Gabby's father due to Sir, right? We know that he ends up passing away. And Gabby, I felt bad for Gabby because she had a lot of, you know, hurt type moments on this episode, right? And panic attacks. Gabby had a lot of panic attacks on this episode because she's thinking about her father, right? And when we go back to the origins of this whole ordeal is when Gabby captures Sir. She put him into that basement. She has the opportunity to kill him, but Sir knows, and I know it as well, that unfortunately Gabby wouldn't do something like that. She could have been put a bullet in his head and just called it a day. But instead, he's basically turns into being like a captivity slave. Right now, the thing about it, Sir had plenty of times to escape, and if I'm not mistaken, he did escape last night. But he went right back into hiding and trying to be under Gabby. Right. So this guy's mentally not there, knowing that you can escape and you go right back there, stand the course and stand where she's at because you don't want to leave because you really believe that y'all two are meant to be together. That is a crazy person in itself. right? Um, and like I said, he they could have been Gabby could have been shot him and called it a day, but she did not, right? And she tells him, "Listen, since you're gonna be down here, it's gonna be up to you to help me solve these cases," right? So we get a chance to see that part right there, like how he's basically from the beginning working with Gabby, solving these cases right here. Man, oh man, yeah, yeah. That was amazing. That right there was amazing. And not to mention Gabby, due to Sir basically coming out and coming to Gabby's rescue, right? They're basically not able to charge Gabby with anything due to the confession that Sir had. So Gabby is released, Gabby sent home, and she's back with her team, right? So everybody's jumping for joy, everybody's happy, right? But I just think about this right here. Just think about this right here. When it comes to Sir, and one thing I love about Gabby, she always notices whenever something's out of place. She even said, "Yo, you was walking through my house last night." She knows when objects are out of place, things of nature right there. So, as of right now, Sir is behind bars. He's wearing the orange, and like I said, they go back to the origins of him helping Gabby the first time around. So this show, man, is so good, man. It just makes you think. They take a deep dive every single week. They always give you a new twist, a new plot to think about, y'all. NBC found, um, what a show, man. What a show. We don't know if that's real Jamie. We don't know going to happen to Sir. How long is he going to be locked up? Gabby's free. This is a show, y'all. This is a show right here, y'all. Make sure y'all checking it out. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe, and as always, thank you for tuning into the Lawrence Report.